What's up guys, Saiyan Legend here, back again with another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and in today's video we're going to be going over the upcoming KIZUNA clash versus Doffy. So we're having another Doffy this time around as our KIZUNA clash free-to-play character. He's going to be coming alongside with the Sugar. 6+ is coming to the game too, which just going over her just base abilities, I guess. Really good captain now. She's way better than she was before. I think before she was like a 3x captain for everyone, 4x if your cost was like 40 below, which is like her whole gimmick is having low cost characters on your crew to get some, I guess, good numbers with her special, which turns everyone to toy bears, giving them a really good base attack boost, or not attack boost, but giving them a very good base attack, like a new base attack for them, and giving a chain boost and all the other stuff. I think now she gives like an attack boost. I think she just makes matching slots. She just make like slots matching and other stuff too. It's a really okay upgrade if you ask me. But we're not really going to talk about that in this video. In this video, we're just going to be talking about the boss's information. So we're going to be going over the 10-star in this video, and then the next video, we're going to go over the super boss for this KIZUNA clash. Also, just to say, I know I really haven't been posting. It's just because of the fact that we just started classes again this past week, so I've been kind of bombarded with that, trying to get my schedule, trying to get all my schedules together and everything, just so I can do classes and also keeping up with content for this channel for you guys. So that's why there hasn't really been a treasure map video, and why I haven't continued the beginner's guide series, just because of the fact that we've had school starting for us. So with that out of the way, though, we are going to continue on doing the KIZUNA clash versus the 10-star difficulty. So without any further ado, let's get started. So the first boss we are going to be looking at is going to be the Int variation boss, which is going to give Driven, Free Spirit, and Cerebral characters the cooldown this time around. So on stage 2, we are going to be having to deal with defense up for 5 turns, and also recovery bind for 10 turns. And then when you defeat the boss, the recovery bind becomes annoying because you can't heal up at all, and you get hit with 20k damage, which is really significant. It's not damage that's going to kill you, but it doesn't help that in the boss stage, you have to deal with the enemy being immune to everything except for poison, delay, burn, and defense down. And that's actually not that bad, just because of the fact that we can bring a lot of conditional boosters, just because of the fact that the enemy's not immune to the main ones really being delay, defense, and poison. We can bring some conditional boosters to help us get around some of this stuff here. But he also inflicts us with 5 turns of paralysis, and he also will get defense up for another 5 turns. But this is where I say the the damage gets annoying with the recovery bind, is that we get hit with 30% of a health cut, and then after you hit a certain level, you get hit with 80% because it adds 50 more on top of that 30. So we actually get our health cut significantly. So with this, we're going to be trying to aim to reduce our damage as much as possible. So we also are going to have to deal with a 5 turns of attack down, and when you defeat the boss, we also get hit with another 30k damage. So a lot of damage is being dealt to our team's health, so we got to try to bring some units that are able to get around that. So we have the Friend Captain Nami here, as you can see. Friend Captain Nami is really good because if you don't have your own Nami, then you use Friend Captain, and she'll be able to remove the the paralysis for you passively. And she also will provide, the guaranteed conditional boost. Even though the enemy is immune to paralysis, Nami can go through that and inflict paralysis to the enemy anyway, and give us the guaranteed conditional boost. Now on stage 2, we're going to be using Bone Kichi special to reduce the defense up to 0, and also get a conditional boost, because the way his special works, if you only have one enemy on the side of the field, then you can get the defense down conditional boost. Now we also have 5+ Shanks special, who's going to give us a chain battery and a little bit of matching slots, just so we can get past that stage 2 a little bit easier. Now stage 3, like I said, we're going to be using Nami special to give us the chain boost, the base attack boost, and also the paralysis conditional boost. So that's going to be really good damage output, just extra damage and probably all you need. Now we have the Roger. The 5+ Roger special is going to be able to remove the defense up for 6 turns because he does have double special activation. And he also provided 80% damage reduction, which I do hope is enough damage reduction to tank the 30,000 hit. Now I think I counted, and I think it's going to be we take 6,000 damage. I hope that's right, because 80% of it does get reduced. So hopefully we're able to tank the damage, like I said. And also the superclass special will be able to give us a 1.75 attack boost, which is not a big attack boost, but I mean this is an attack boost nonetheless. We also have the Onami and Orabi special that's going to give us a 2x orb boost. Now, do note that the same unit can remove paralysis by 6 turns, so if you don't have a friend Captain Onami for some reason, you can use them as the paralysis reducer for you. Now we have the Stampede Sabo, which is able to remove the attack down for us when we get to it, but also is able to provide a 1.75 color affinity boost. On top of that, makes type slots beneficial, which is pretty important because Nami already makes recovery and Tana beneficial, and also Sai, but Roger also makes strength, dex, and quick beneficial, which the only beneficial slot we would have left to get is int, and Sabo just makes it to where we can't get that just in case we do get a bunch of int slots for some reason. So basically we have matching slots regardless of having no orb change special on here. So this is a really good damage output, especially with the Nami, like I said, being just extra damage. Now looking at the pay-to-win team this time around, we're going to be looking at Nami as friend captain once again for obvious reasons like I stated in the free-to-play team. We're also going to be utilizing the Film Red Luffy as our captain, just because of the fact that his captain ability, if you don't know how it works, if you have any of the Straw Hats plus Shanks on your crew, then you're able to basically recharge his special every time they use their own special. So with the fact we have 4 Straw Hats on the crew, we're able to use Luffy's special a total of 4 times in this KIZUNA boss right here. So on stage 2, we're going to be using Luffy's special to give us the 3.25 times attack boost, just because to get around the stage a little easier. And then the 5+ Uta, which is actually pretty good here, it's going to inflict defense down to the enemy, lowering it all the way to 0. So we can actually get around some of these effects here, like defense up, like, you know, kind of obvious there. So we're able to use those 2 specials to get around some of the stuff and be able to defeat the boss there. So on stage 3, we have the Nami special once again to give us a chain boost, base attack boost, and the paralysis conditional boost. Then after that, Luffy's special is going to charge up, so we can use the special again to get the attack boost. 5+ Shanks is going to use the special to chain battery us. And then Luffy's special is going to go back to max, giving us the orb boost. And then the Zoro is going to give us the 2 times color affinity boost, which is going to again charge Luffy's special and give us the attack and orb buffs, and also give us a whole border matching slots. One thing on here that I probably should have added was I'm going to be using the V2 Brook as my captain. As the support ability on Luffy. Hopefully 60% damage reduction is able to tank the 30k hit, just because of the fact that, for one, Luffy does not have an HP boost in his captain ability, so we are just relying solely on our base HP being high enough, on top of Nami giving us an HP boost and the ship giving us an HP boost. It really sucks Luffy doesn't have that HP boost in his captain ability. Would have really helped. We also have the 5+ Uta, who has double special activation to inflict defense down to the enemy once again. And then the Sanji is going to be able to get rid of the attack down for us. Didn't write it down, I don't know why. But with this, we should have the Nami boosts and all of Luffy's boosts also, which is going to be able to do a lot of damage. Just a bunch of damage with this team here. Hoping that we're able to tank the death hit there. Moving on, we're going to be looking at the quick variation of the KIZUNA here, with int, dex, and quick getting the cooldown this time around. We have to deal with On stage 2, 5 turns of damage threshold, and then on stage 3 we have to deal with the same immunities as the Int boss had, but we also get hit with Despair for 8 turns, which does go down to 5 turns if you have sockets, and then we have to deal with 5 turns of damage reduction. Now after you hit that certain level, the Despair goes up by 1 turn, so it's basically 6 turns of Despair you gotta deal with, and then also paralysis on top of that. So this team we're using here is going to be a free-to-play team like the other one. We have the versus Yamato as our captain this time around, which is actually really good because Yamato's captain ability will enable us to get around the Despair that happens on stage 3, so we don't have to really worry about the Despair whatsoever. Now, the stage 2 specials are going to be the Treasure Map 56 Zoro, which is going to remove the damage threshold for us and also give us an attack and or boost. We also have 5+ Brook here, which I'm hoping, the way his special works is you get a small base attack boost when you initially activate it, but if you hit your perfects, I think you gotta hit 3, you get the 1000 base attack boost on the next turn. Hopefully we're able to hit our perfects and we don't kill the boss too soon so that we don't get the 1000 base attack boost, but even if you don't, you still got a lot of damage on this team, just even if you don't have the base attack boost. On stage 3, we have to deal with all the other gimmicks, which we have to be using Treasure Map Wiper, which is the newest Treasure Map unit to come out. He has the ability to give us color affinity for 2 times, and also is able to buff attack or boost after you activate his special. So he gives a 0.2 to any other attack and or boost that happen after his special. So when we use Yamato special, we get a 3.2 times attack boost, and then we also get, Wano and tandem slots, not recovery slots. We get tandem slots. We have the Onami and Arabi special, giving us the 2 times or boost, which is actually going to be a 2.2 times or boost. And like I said in the last team, they will also be able to remove the paralysis for us. Now we also have the Kuja Pirates, which is able to get rid of the damage reduction that happens on that stage, and we're possibly going to be able to get a delayed condition boost depending on how much HP we have at the time. I see no reason why we shouldn't be able to get it, especially with the fact that the KIZUNA is going to be boosting the stats of the versus Yamato and the Wiper. So we should be able to get the delayed condition boost, but this should be a really good amount of damage for this team, even if we don't get the base attack boost. Now for the pay-to-win team, we are using double Yamato, which is, if you don't know already, the way Yamato specials work is when you activate 1, you get the attack boost and the damage reduction boost too. And when you activate another one, if you already have the damage reduction boost active, you get an orb boost. So we're able to get attack and orb boost and that damage reduction boost all from Yamato's special, so don't really have to worry about that whatsoever. Now on stage 2, we have to deal with threshold, like I said in the breakdown in the last team. So we're going to be using the Clash and Bonnie to remove threshold for us, while also giving us a full board of recovery slots, so we actually have some matching slots there. Now we're also going to be using General Frankie on our team to give us the attack and the orb boost for stage 2 specifically, just so that we have a lot of damage output to get rid of that stage. On stage 3, we do have, like I said, the versus Yamato giving us the attack, orb, and the fancy damage reduction boost. And also, if you do have damage reduction boost active, you do get an 80% damage reduction from the other Yamato, so you're actually able to get an extra 1.8 times boost from that damage reduction. So it's just really good how they work together. Now we have the 8th anniversary Sanji special to remove the damage reduction for us, and also provides a 1.1 chain boost, which is really good. We also have the rare recruit Kinemon, which the reason Kinemon's here is because the way his special works, it changes the orbs of all of the team to the orb that he has. So we have him on the right side, the left side, because Yamato does give Wano slots to that side. So when we activate his special, we get a full board of Wano slots, which is really good. Now we also have the Pirate Rumble Kizaru support, giving us a color affinity boost for Dex characters, which is really good because we don't have a color affinity boost on here. And now for the final team for the KIZUNA boss for the 10-star variation, until we get to the One For All boss, which is something I just remembered that I forgot to mention. We do have a One For All team here. So on this side boss here, we have Shooter, Free Spirit, and Driven getting a cooldown this time around. We have to deal with 8 Turns of Despair. On stage 2, and then the boss stage, we can deal with the same immunities as the other bosses. And then we also have to deal with 5 turns of damage threshold, 5 turns of attack down. Then after a certain level, that threshold gets bumped up by 1, being a 6-turn threshold and 5 turns of damage reduction. So the way this team is going to be working for the free-to-play team, we have the versus Kaido, which we all know how he works. Attack and warp boost on special activation, reducing everyone's cooldown by 20. We get matching slots, and we cannot activate more than 2 specials after his special activation, which is going to be really annoying to try to team build with, but we actually make it work with this team here. So on stage 1, we use treasure map pudding. Yeah, we're going to use specials on stage 1. So pudding is going to be able to give us matching slots for the next stage by just the way her special works. I mean, I'm pretty sure you do get slots on her initial activation, but this is just to be sure. So I'm just going to activate her on stage 1. And then on stage 2, we have to use a Sasaki special. This is the new Arena Sasaki, and the way his special works is that depending on how many times you use his special, you get to remove the spare and attack down by a certain number of turns. So initially it's only 2 turns, and then after you activate the special, you get more turns added onto that. So we're able to get rid of all turns of despair by using his double special activation on stage 2. We also get to use Treasure Map Who's Who, which is going to give us a 2.25 attack boost for powerhouse characters because our captain is quick. On stage 3, we are able to use Treasure Map Big Mom special to remove damage reduction and also give us a chain lock, because if you don't know already, the way Kaido works, he does remove all of your beneficial effects. So if you have a chain lock, it does not count it as a beneficial effect, so you're actually able to keep that chain lock because it is a debuff in the game. Now, after that, we do use versus Kaido special to get the attack and the ore boost. And then after that, we have to be able to only use 2 more specials after that, which is actually what we do here. So we're going to be able to use Sasaki once again to get rid of the attack down, and also get the bigger color affinity boost that he gives, which is a 2.25 times color affinity boost. And then after that, we're able to use the Arena Katarina Devon to remove the threshold for us because she does remove 6 turns of it, and also give us the liquid additional boost. So we're able to get a lot of effects active, even with just having to only use 2 specials after that. So we get the attack and roar boost, color affinity boost, and a conditional boost, and also just an added effect. I'm pretty sure Katarina also does buff attack boosts, which is actually not that bad. So we're actually able to get a lot of damage output with this team right here, even though we are using versus Kaido, and we're limited to how many specials we can use. Now for the pay-to-win team, we are going to be using the Superclass Doflamingo unit. So he hasn't really seen any spotlight since his debut, so this is where he's going to be shining here. So we're on stage 2, we have Arena Sasaki once again doing the same thing as in the free-to-play team. And the Superclass Doffy is going to give us the attack and ore boost and the matching slots. Now, obviously the reason for that is because of the fact of we are able to use versus Kaido on stage 3. So we're going to get to that. Now on stage 3, we have this Nami here, which does not get boosted by either Doffy or the Kaido. But the reason, I think Kaido does boost her, and I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I don't know if she's striker or not. Now, I can't remember now. But the reason she's here is because she has the Hachan support on her. Now, if you don't know Kaido's captain ability, it reads that it's able to it's able to turn recovery slots into Wano slots. So if you activate Nami's special at any point in time, then you get to activate the support ability of Hachan, giving us the recovery slots for Kaido, Nami, and Sasaki. So when you activate Kaido's special, you actually just get a full board of Wano slots, which is really good. Now we have the Arena Katarina and the Event Killer to remove the damage reduction and threshold. We're not going to be using her to get any conditional boost here, so that kind of sucks, but it really doesn't matter too much. And then after that, we use versus Kaido to remove all beneficial effects and get the attack and ore boost. Use Sasaki to remove the attack down and get the color affinity boost. And then again, we use the Superclass Doffy special because we have an attack and ore boost active already. We actually get a chain boost and the base attack boost for driven characters, which is really good. We get a bunch of damage output with this team too, especially with the fact that we have the Victoria Punch chip, which does work with this team because our captain is strength and we have Wano slots. And now for the one for all team. The one versus all team is going to consist of having the new Nami and the versus Yamato as the captains here. Now I understand already not a lot of people can build this team because not a lot of people have the supports that I have and the units that I have. This is just a team that I'm probably going to be using to defeat the bosses right here. There's probably other one for all teams that will work too, but this is just the one that I know I'm going to be able to use. So I'm going to preface that by saying that. Now, versus Yamato, if you don't know already, gives the attack boost, damage reduction attack boost, and matching slots for mainly stage 3. Onigashima Nami, which is the new Nami, provides the chain boost, base attack boost, and the conditional boost for us, and also has the ability to remove damage reduction and threshold with both her super class and just regular special. So it basically is the extra move for us. We have 5 less strengths, which is mainly here to get rid of the threshold on stage 2 of the quick variation specifically, just because of the fact that we really do want to save the Whitebeard and the superclass special of Nami, or the regular special of Nami for the third stage. That's really why the Shanks is there, just because of stage 2 of the quick variation. Now the KIZUNA Clash re-recruit Whitebeard removes the attack down for us and also gives us the chain boundary. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the chain boundary effect. We also have the login bonus Red Luffy, which is a really weird choice here, to give us the attack and orb boost for stage 2. And now that I'm looking at the support I have on him, V2 Brook is not going to work for this team here, just because I'm pretty sure it's on initial activation that we do get hit with the damage reduction, so we're not able to actually use damage reduction on stage 3. So I think what I'm probably gonna do off the bat is probably use the Peckham support, because he does activate when you get hit with paralysis, and even when Nami removes it, it still activates. If you don't know already, even if the debuff is gone, the support's still going to activate because you were hit with it initially. So I'm probably going to change the Brook to the support recruit Peckhams to give us the 75% damage reduction, which does give us another boost for the Yamato, which does work with the damage reduction there. We have the Otama special, which is going to give us a 2x orb boost. That's really all she's there for. That's just really it. Then we have the other support being the Treasure Map Vivi, which is going to give us the color fading boost for free spirit characters. And this is really the entire team here. So the way it works on stage 2 of, I think, any of the fights, we use the Luffy to give us the attack and orb boost. But specifically on stage 2 of the quick variation, we have the threshold removal with Shanks. And then on stage 3 for everyone else, everyone on stage 3 is going to be Nami, Yamato, Whitebeard, and the Otama. That's for basically every stage 3 for all the bosses. So this is basically how the team runs here. So really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I will see you guys when we talk about the Super Boss KIZUNA.